We are back at the ranch. A couple months ago, I left some trail cameras out here. Hopefully, they didn't get eaten by a bear again. I left the camera sitting on the porch overnight. Early this morning, there was a bear under the apple tree. I ran it off before it could eat the camera. Let's go see if we can find the other cameras, see if they survived 2 months out in this bear infestation. First, we'll check the closest one that's just below the house, across the creek. First, let's see what's going on with the fish. Looks like the fish are doing well. Hopefully they're having a good day. Camera's right up the hill. Well, I'll be dipped in peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. The camera's still here. 2 months out here with all these bears. That's surprising. Now the question is, did I turn it on before I left it? Looks like I did. I'm just gonna take the whole camera, charge it up since it's been out here a while. Let's take it up to the house and see what's on it. Now we'll walk across the prairie to where the other cameras are, or were anyway. They were there when I last put them there, that's all I know. I was really surprised to see that camera was still there and hadn't been touched, or at least looked like it hadn't been touched. I was half expecting it to be not on the tree. I already had it in my mind what probably happened to it. I was imagining some bear probably ripped it off the tree, chewed on it for a while, dropped it in the creek, then it floated down the creek all the way to the river, then floated down the river all the way to the ocean. It would be out there floating around in the ocean. It would get tangled up on a shark or a whale's flipper, which would suck because it would be out there getting all this amazing underwater ocean whale's eye flipper view of this amazing footage, and we wouldn't get to see any of it because it would be gone. It'd be in the ocean. All because of some stupid bear. Which might not be the most likely scenario, but you never know. Fortunately, it was down there where it was supposed to be, strapped to a tree. Let's see if we get that lucky on the next one. It's right up here, up in these rocks. This miniature cave looks like a good place to find a rattlesnake. But I don't see one. Just a big old spider that caught a grasshopper. This camera is just sitting on the ground. I will also be surprised if this one's right where I left it, but I think I see it right where I left it. This looks like a good place to find a rattlesnake. Although I think that every time I come in these rocks, but I've never seen one in here. Let's see what's been happening in these rocks over the last couple months. I put it here to try to see what the mystery animal was we saw here in the rocks this spring. None of those were the mystery animal. Now we'll go check the camera up at Big Rock. We made it up to Big Rock. If you're wondering why we call this Big Rock, that means you haven't been watching enough of my videos. If you go back and get caught up on some of my videos, then you'll learn why we call this Big Rock, Big Rock. That's 3 cameras that have been out for 2 months, and not a single bear has destroyed them. What's going on here? This is unusual. Did the bears all of a sudden turn nice? Did somebody teach them manners? And the other amazing thing is I put all 3 cameras out and I remembered to turn them all on. A while after I put this camera up, my uncle came up here, said the camera got bovined. He straightened it up. Maybe we'll find out what getting bovined looks like. After the bovine incident, I got about 27,000 videos of cows coming through the brush. Okay, maybe not quite 27,000.
Yeah, the cows already got to it.
Until Uncle Ron came around and we were back in business. That lasted a while until a spider built its web right in front of the camera. That web was just enough to keep triggering the camera all day. I ended up with about 28 trillion videos of nothing. Okay, maybe not quite 28 trillion, but it was a lot until the battery finally went dead. The web didn't really show up on most of the videos, but it was just enough to trigger the camera. That's it for this one. Whenever I do these trail camera videos, people always ask what cameras I use. I'll put a link to those in the description, and I'll put some videos up here of the trail camera drama I had last year. If you haven't seen those, you will find out why bears are the reason why I can't have nice things.